leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss. Now you counting stars. Should've practiced more. Should've hit the mask, get out there more. Saying that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
Yo, shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and Game A-Side official. No negotiation needed, period. You already know WCS the first in the building. Big shout out to those on deck. Mike is on deck. I see what's good. Haynes Legacy on deck. I see you in the building. Bud Gunstop Canelo on deck. Suit WCS, I got to charge my phone and cook, but I'm going to be listening, no doubt, for sure, for sure. Stickum Boys Fishing and Sports on deck. I see you. Let's get down to it. First off, I want to speak about tanking Shakur Stevenson. Video has surfaced of Tank Davis pretty much being back in the gym, doing mitt work with his left hand, you know, taking it easy, doing some drills, which is a good sign. Why? Because a lot of people that want to see Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people. And it's good that he's, you know, recovering and everything. And, you know, he's testing out that hand. Hopefully the operation was a success, because it gets different when you really start to lay heavy in sparring and doing mitt drills and stuff like that. One thing we know about boxing is that these fighters always have hand issues, because that is their primary weapons of choice in their striking dynamic, either right hand, depending on what they're throwing with the hand, the jab, the hook, the uppercut, it all depends. And also it depends on the power that they're using to place that punch also. So, yeah, Floyd Mayweather was well documented with hand problems. There's plenty of guys that have hand problems all the time, you know. It's nothing new. Norman Jr. is out with a hand problem right now. I'm not sure he had surgery or whatever, but I know he had to push his next fight back due to a hand injury. So, you know, just to give you an overlay on that. But as far as Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, let's be honest. There's a lot of people that saying that, you know, tank duck. Listen, they didn't want to take this fight with Shakur Stevenson because he had a hand issue. What part of that you all don't understand? They didn't want the fight in 2024 because Shakur had a hand injury. Why is Team Davis going through all the freaking process, the administrative process, and trying to lock in a Shakur Stevenson like they don't know everything that comes with it? It was documented that he had a hand injury, man. And he ended up pulling out the Cordina fight, who was coming up from 130 to 35 now. Since y'all want to talk about how Tank is fighting Lamont Roach, were you giving that same criticism for Cordina? I mean, he was showing up moving up from 130 to 135 to face Tank. I mean, the first face Shakur. So that was the primary reason. It wasn't no ducking or anything like that. So in 2025, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to see Tank versus Shakur Stevenson. I'm not sure when it's going to be. All I'm doing is prognosticating a little bit. I'm just doing a open-ended prediction pretty much on how this may turn out. You know, once Shakur get back in the gym, full time, and start, going through, full training with that hand, and it holds up, then we should see where we at. Now, to be honest with it, you remember when Tank Davis, hurt his hand trying to land that left uppercut on Isaac Cruz, right? Hand issue, right? Okay, so it happens in boxing. But all I'm saying is, Shakur, to step in there with Tank, he needs both of his hands. He needs to be healthy. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be healthy. And we want him to be healthy so this fight can be everything that we thought it would be. And it's competitive from start to whenever the fight ends. You understand? From the start to whenever the fight ends. Okay? It's a lot of people, a lot of fight fans that want to continue to say what Tank hasn't done, what he needs to do. I get what you're saying, but he's a 3-division champion, just like Shakur Stevenson. At the end of the day, he's a 3-division champion like Shakur Stevenson now. Just want to throw that out there. Featherweight 130, 135 is Shakur Stevenson. 130, 35, 40 is Tank Davis. He's a 3-division champion. They both 3-division champions. So y'all can't sit up here and continue to act like Tank ain't did anything and he's up here making money on pay-per-view. It sounds good. It sounds good to run out of people to finger point, and line up for your criticism. It's easy. When you run out, when the roster's low, you say, oh, where that guy at? Where that light-skinned guy? Tank, there you go. Let's start on him. Let's start complaining about what he ain't doing. There we go. Let's start complaining. Who is he fighting next? Lamont Roach? And then try to shit on Lamont Roach, man. Lamont Roach haven't gave you any indication that he's a shitty fighter. He's a bum. Never gave you any indication. It's not even too many people that have spoken to Lamont Roach in person. I have. I mean, I'm just saying, a good person, man. I don't know why people trying to shit on him and act like he's freaking what's that guy name? What's that guy name they're getting behind right now? Just off one title defense. Bakram Murtazaliev. Yeah, Murtazaliev. Yeah, that dude. They think Lamont Roach is Murtazaliev. You know what I'm saying? He gets one title defense and all of a sudden he's a superstar. All of a sudden he's a goddamn superstar, dog. We're going to keep our eyes open. You know what I'm saying? We're going to keep it zoomed in. It's quite a distance away, man, for this fight to even be spoken on, contractually. We're going to wait and see what happens. There's going to be plenty more debates, but just like y'all say, Shakur Stevenson is a technical boxer, a masterful boxer. So is Tank Davis. The one thing Tank Davis brings with that mastery is dynamite. He brings ammunition. He brings fireworks. He brings explosive. He has that knockout power. And look, it is what it is, man. You're not going to change what he's known for. He is a knockout guy. He sometimes it might be a one-quitter hitter, sometimes it ain't. But we all know when it comes to him and Shakur Stevenson, both of them are very masterful boxers. People brag about Shakur not getting hit that much. Cool. You should brag about that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we should. But if Shakur is to really elevate himself, he's gonna have to go in there with a different game plan than he had with Edwin De Los Santos. That's all I'm saying. Not to piss nobody off. He's gonna have to have a different game plan than what he had with Edwin De Los Santos. And I like Shakur Stevenson, dog. I like Shakur Stevenson. But when it comes to him and Tank Davis, I got Tank winning. That's all. It's point blank, period. I got Tank winning that fight. And it may not even go the distance. One thing I get with Shakur don't ever want to lose again like he did at the Olympics. I understand some people hate losing. So to him, I truly believe this about Shakur. When he said he don't care what other people think about his, the way he go in there and fight, I believe him. I believe he don't give a damn about what the fans think. He's just gonna do what he want to do. And if that means having a fight that's, below the interest value that we thought, he would do it. Shakur said he will fight the way he wants to fight. Forget what everybody else want to think. He's gonna fight how he wants to fight. He's the one in the ring. You can whine and bitch and complain all you want. He said he's gonna fight the way he want to fight. And that may not be a crowd pleaser. You feel me? That may not be a crowd pleaser. But one thing I found out in that post-fight, when Andre Ward and Terrence Crawford was trying to explain to him, he wasn't too receptive, in my opinion, to listen to the legends, talk to him. Mr. International, Toby Bartlett on deck. What's good with it? Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more. What's good? The OG on deck. Now I want to get to some rumor mill news. It haven't posted yet. It's not recorded on BoxRec, but Jermell Charlo allegedly, supposedly, possibly is coming back to the ring to fight Jesus Ramos. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have anything to say about that fight. I'll get back to it when I feel like it. But if he coming back to fight Jesus Ramos, cool. Kudos to Jermell Charlo getting a comeback fight. He is a champion in recess. Kudos to Jermell Charlo. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Big Mouth. Shout out to him. I'm not a Jermell Charlo fan. I don't care how hot it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how hot his name get. I'm not a Jermell Charlo fan. I'll let it be known. Dude has one of the worst attitudes. And then the time when he was supposed to have that attitude, I'm talking about honey badger attitude. The attitude, you already locked into the fight, right? You already locked into a Canelo fight. I can understand these dudes being nice. That's what they select to do to get the fight. But you locked into a fight. Canelo's ain't pulling out. You can't pull out. And Charlo just went up there and he didn't give no attitude. We had to say to ourselves, is that a clone? Anybody that's a clone up there? This can't be Jermell Charlo, as quiet and polite and courteous as he is. Man, he's so studious today. And he probably called goddamn Canelo sir behind the scenes. He pissed me off, man. Jermell Charlo pissed me the fuck off, man. Up there acting like a bitch. It was time for you to goddamn be disrespectful to Canelo Alvarez. And you was up there all quiet, mouth closed. I'm going to be a good little puppy today. Pat me on my head, Nello. Thank you. Muchas gracias, amigo. I appreciate it. He was a good, obedient boxer on the day he fought Canelo and became a part of the Paris Olympic sprint team. I don't like him, man. I don't like him. He's an extremely disrespectful boxer, and it's nothing out here. I don't care how he wins next fight. I tried to support them Charlos, man. I got a little bit more respect for Mell Charlo, being that I finally met him. But them Charlo twins, they just have that switch on them. They had their switch. And Mell, in my opinion, he has a better temperament. But Mell Charlo, nah. Dude is mad disrespectful, bro. So him coming back fighting Jesus Ramos, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He gonna come in here trying to talk that shit. But I was hoping he'd give us the energy that he was giving Crawford, when he was busy. You know what I'm saying? With a hive of bumblebees. I'm bzzz. That's what he said. I'm busy. Why don't he go fight that tall, lanky motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, bro. He told Crawford to goddamn sit down. Shut up. Learn how to be the challenger. Take less money. Humble yourself. Seem like a big basket of cotton to me when you look at those type of words. He wanted Crawford just to sat there and goddamn be subservient. But his ass coming back and fighting Jesus Ramos. Why? You're coming off a fight where you didn't even take damage. Now let me do my due diligence. Mell Charlo is the champion of recess for the WBA, right? I just want to give you this update. Now, if indeed he's coming in here fighting Jesus Ramos, he's ranked number 8 right now. He's ranked below Vito Melnicki. Good kid, man. Well, young man now. He's ranked below Israel Madrimov. Why isn't Charlo coming back to fight Madrimov? Somebody explain that to me. Why isn't he coming back to fight Madrimov, a common opponent of the very same fighter that's a champion in the sanctioned body that you're in recess? Mell Charlo last fight was September 2023. You know what I'm saying? You haven't even been out the ring a year and a half, or 2 year, whatever. You just outside of a year. Why haven't you came in here and why are you not fighting somebody that's basically in the top 5? You got Madrimov, you got Melnicki, you have Erickson Lubin. I don't know why he haven't provided Erickson Lubin with a rematch. You have bragging rights. You knocked them out. You did. But what happened with these brothers not facing the brothers? I see at the last resort, Jermall Charlo is trying to get Dimitri Andrade now. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to get Demetrius Andrade. Why are they not fighting the brothers? Did Tony Harrison spook Mell Charlo? I'm just asking questions, y'all. Did Tony Harrison still, give Mell Charlo that Halloween scare from when he won his title? I mean, you went back and got it back and beat him in the rematch. Why these Charlos don't like fighting brothers? Now all of a sudden, all Charlo want Boo Boo Andrade. Why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not get Erickson Lubin a second shot? You knock that man out. You have bragging rights. And you're fighting supposedly Jesus Ramos that's ranked number 8 in the WBA. I don't get it. I'm going to be honest with you people. Some things aren't for me to get. Even if I can, sometimes I don't. Shout out to Jessica, the boxing queen in the building. I see you. What's good with it? Hopefully everything is good your way. I see you on deck. Don't forget Mell Charlo was mad disrespectful to Deontay too. Don't let him get away with that, WCS. See, look. See, I don't have to really bring Deontay up because now I get off topic. You know what I'm saying? That Toby, I get off topic reminding people that Mell Charlo say skills pay the bills. That's a whole nother topic, Toby. Come on, man. You're trying to get me distracted and go in on and make it a Mell Charlo live. I can't do that, bro. It's too easy. He said skills pay the bills, but when he was in there with Canelo, it was like him being in the military. I was about to meritorious promote Mell Charlo. Shit, I had to talk to my comrade. Hey, he in the service? That nigga, he goddamn. He has bearing with freaking Canelo. Tact. Shit, custom and courtesies. He's a nice guy. Won't we meritorious promote? Or give him an award. Give him a meritorious mass. Give him 4 days off. He don't have to subtract them from his leave books. Give him 4 days off, man. Give him a meritorious mask. Because he was in there being studious, obedient. They're not ever seen him when he was in there with the one and only Saul Canelo Alvarez. I want to go to the Deontay because if skills paid the bills, what the hell did we see when you was in there with Canelo? What the hell was that shit? All I saw was a road runner. I saw a black man in motion like he stole something. And Canelo was trying to put the cuffs on you or something. Something wasn't right, bro. Something wasn't right. But I digress. Toby, stop instigating, man. Because this end up being a Charlo live, man. Stop instigating. Because Jamel say skills pay the bills. But he was the most polite, gentle mutt I've seen in September 2023 when he was able to go in there and get his opportunity to fight Canelo Alvarez. Canelo say, turn to the front, amigo. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. You don't have to call me sir. The fight's locked in. You don't have to call me sir. Yes, sir. Jamel, it's okay. You're here. I'm not going to change opponents on you. Yes, sir. Al told me to say, yes, sir. No, sir. I, sir. And that's why I'm saying it. Al told me to say, yes, sir. No, sir. I, sir. It's just respect. Man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, man. This nigga was nice as hell to Canelo. Anyway, I got to get back on topic. I told you that Charlo. If Toby's in the chat, then, typing some shit to instigate, man, tell him to chill, man. Because I ain't trying to make it to Charlo live, man, because it's just going to get bad. But pay attention, somewhere down the line after the New Year's, Charlo will be coming back to face Tszyu Ramos. Jesus. You know what I wonder? I wonder, since he's fighting another Mexican fighter, is he's going to be super nice to Tszyu Ramos like he was Canelo Alvarez? Is he going to freaking kiss that ass like he did Canelo Alvarez? For real. You know what I'm saying? Is he going to be a nice, good old boy? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see, because I was disappointed. I was looking for disrespectful Mell Charlo. I wanted to see how Canelo reacted, because he knew Canelo goddamn put that 2-piece on Caleb. I wanted to see if Mell Charlo willing to, do it. I'm just saying, I saw Mell Charlo get slapped up by Caleb. And then I saw goddamn Canelo and Caleb go back and forth. I mean, they was out here looking crazy, bro. I mean, when Jared hurt, anyway, I digress. Man. Okay, let's get to Bakram Murtazaliev. And don't correct me on the pronunciations of his name, because I don't have to say that every day. All right. So many people are saying it now, right? So many people are saying this guy like he is a superstar. Hold up. Wait a goddamn hour or two, goddammit. Why are you all claiming this guy to be an absolute killer just based off Tszyu running his mouth too much? Tszyu was the one who said that Murtazaliev was a step-aside fighter. You know what I'm saying? He loved taking step-aside money. Tszyu the one said he was going to stop this dude in 30 seconds. So since Tszyu felt he had the green light to basically underestimate his opponent, he was taught the lesson. Now, what I don't want to happen, what doesn't need to happen with these boxing fans, y'all don't need to come out here and boost up another neighboring fighter, man, a foreign fighter, just because, man, you ain't had no conversation with him. He has a mean look on his face. See the look he has. American fight fans get off on that shit, man. He looks mean. Look at the striations in his chest. His right pectoralis is striated. Look at it, striated, man. Look at his abdominals, ribs. You can see his muscle bellies. This man beat Tszyu, bro. The biggest win of his career came via knockout. And Tszyu was not undefeated. Tszyu did have bragging rights going in there with a Sebastian Fundora, but he did not have an O in that record. One thing that is great for Murtazaliev is he is a champion, right? Murtazaliev is a champion, yo. He's a champion. Murtazaliev is a champion. I salute him for being a champion. Now, let me straighten some things up. Let me give you a little smelling sauce. I hear a lot of you all up here saying what Crawford should do next. I know you're not saying it because you want to see the best fight the rest, because obviously Bakra Murtazaliev is not the best. So what Crawford to be doing is fighting the rest of the champions that's in the 154-pound division. Get it right. How are you all going to basically elevate this guy, promote him so quickly based off Tszyu, who just went in there and blew, crumbled with one of the worst strategies you can have that early in a fight, as if you are a one-punch knockout artist? You thought you was going to go in there and just run through this guy, man. You violate the ultimate rule. You took your opponent for granted. You underestimated him. It's good to be confident, but Tszyu obviously was exuding more confidence than he should have heading into this fight, which in my opinion caused him to become complacent a bit. You know what I'm saying? And he became complacent a bit, believing he was going to go in there and run over Murtazaliev. Now, do we consider Murtazaliev off one freaking win over Tszyu to be ready for Crawford? He's ready in the sense that he's holding a strap at 154, correct? Correct. He's holding the strap. But when it comes down to the ills with an SK on it, to the ills with an SK on it, when it comes down to the overall skills, don't you dare sit up here and try to say that Crawford would go in there and have a tough time against Murtazaliev. Why are you Americans so quick to become enamored with these foreign fighters just based off one win over an opponent that you was familiar with? I mean, I swear to you, man, what's going on with y'all? Why do y'all boxing fans do that shit? Like, just because you have whatever grievance you have with Crawford, you want to root for the it's good a lot of you all went in the military, because you probably would have got shot in the back for trying to flee to the other side. I swear to God, bro. I mean, these Americans, they would have been traitors, man. The way they just hop on the bandwagon of these foreign fighters based off one win that they can brag about. And look, they're up here bragging about. Let me back up. Let's take, for instance, Crawford coming off the Madrimov fight and Tszyu coming off his fight with Murtazaliev, right? What we heard from Crawford fight is all the criticism on what Crawford didn't do. He was getting hit. He was this. He was old. He was slow. His legs wasn't there. His legs are gone. He should retire. That's what they were saying, right? And then from Madrimov, they was complimenting discipline. Fought a magnificent fight. Did you see those power shots he landed on Crawford? Brutal. Oh my God. Devastating. They was giving you all the big words when it came to him landing the punch on Crawford. Did you see how he was getting off his combinations? Crawford didn't even hurt Madrimov once. They was just giving you every scenario possible. They was up here sounding like Chris Williams. They was being some haters, shouty. But they was highlighting Madrimov, and they wasn't even looking for Madrimov prior to Charlo vacating those belts. Nobody had their eye on Madrimov. Nobody had their eye on Murtazaliev. Nobody. But these American fans, boy, they are on the Murtazaliev wagon now, because Crawford, he should know this by now, that he has American fans that's wishing for his downfall. They hoping to see this man lose. They hoping to see him lose. Seriously. Do y'all understand where I'm at with it? You have people out here that's willing to pay money to see Crawford lose. So in the process, before the fight, if the fight is going to be made, right, they're going to talk it up on here. They'll ask you a dumbass question like, being that we already know what's going on with Sebastian Vandor, right? They'll say, hey, our first topic is, based off Murtazaliev win against Tszyu, stop him. Who should he fight next? Oh my God! You might as well throw bread crumbs down there for a group of pigeons. God damn it! Got some feed out there for some chickens. Jump on that quick, Crawford. Why you said Crawford? I know you said, I heard you say Crawford, okay, 3 times already, 4 or 5 maybe. But why are you saying he a champ, right? He should fight Murtazaliev unless he duck him. Oh my God, bro. Seriously. If he duck him, man, you know Crawford ain't trying to fight that guy. You saw how he knocked. Crawford wouldn't have knocked out. He couldn't even knock out Madrimov. He wasn't going to knock out no Tszyu. Murtazaliev did something Crawford couldn't do. You know they didn't fight yet, right? I'm just telling you, Crawford wouldn't have been able to knock him out. I'm telling you, y'all, that would be their defense right there. They're going to say that all of a sudden Murtazaliev is too big, strong, muscular, too much power for the smaller Crawford. They're going to bring in the same motherfucking instruments, the strings pop, hanging off and shit. You can't find one string on there that's not frayed. And they sit up there and try to play it in front of the people. Yes, this is one of my vintage keynotes. Come on, bro. Do y'all actually believe that Crawford is in the best interest of these fans who are on the Murtazaliev bandwagon? Seriously. I don't know any person from the UK that don't love watching Bud. I certainly don't know any UK-based Bud haters. I don't understand why Bud has so much hate in America. I don't know, man. I don't know why he has that in America. That's a good question. Why does he, have so much, belligerency when it comes to his name being mentioned in the so-called boxing forums? Why is he hated so much? Look, I have no freaking mercy on those who hate on Bud Crawford, because they don't see mugshots out there. They don't hear him basically jeopardize his career. They don't have a history where Bud Crawford was out here having incidents, legal incidents happen with him being arrested. They haven't basically read the news where he's continuing to have domestic issues. He's not taking care of those kids that he have. Bud has been involved in some legal. They tried now when it came to Daniel Canahan. Blacks too. Blacks was on here like, yeah, Bud is tied in with Daniel Canahan. I couldn't believe, that's just so distasteful, yo. Despicable. How they was trying to paint a picture that Bud was over there with Daniel Canahan. I found that despicable, because this is personal shit. You're talking on a fighter who's not just any fighter, one of the best fighters in the world. And you're up here trying to tie him in with a guy who has a whole entire different situation going on. But besides that, here on the home front, we haven't heard any of that. Like we've heard so many other fighters that they support. He hasn't had no accident where he was intoxicated and flipped it and was ejected from the car. Nope. Never heard that. Never heard no domestic violence shit. You know what I'm saying? You might see him on Twitter, but you don't see him going live on IG all the time, talking and responding to the haters. Now he'll spar with you a little bit on the Twitter, on X. But as far as flat out us having reason to hate on Bud Crawford based off what he's doing outside the ring, it doesn't exist. The amount of volunteer work that he does over there in Omaha and in boxing period. I don't know, Toby. I don't know why there's so much hate in America for this guy. Jessica said Bud ducking everybody. You know what I'm saying? BDE. You know what I'm saying? BDE, Bud ducking everybody. That's the first thing come out their mouth. Bud ducking. I haven't even heard. And look, they're trying to say that Murtazaliev called out Bud, right? I didn't hear him call out Bud. It's just those eager, freaking instigators that's there to get a controversial, adverse reaction. They'll sit up here. What do you think about Bud? And then, of course, the fighter's not going to say, "Oh, I don't want to fight Bud. I want to fight somebody else." We already done seen that. We've heard Tszyu said. We heard, you know what I'm saying? We heard Sebastian Fundora said periodically, but I mean, come on now. You know they was going to ask him about Bud Crawford because he's the hottest name up there at 154. So time he responds and say, "Okay, sure, I'll fight Crawford." They go out there and talk about Murtazaliev called out Crawford. And they run with it. I swear, this is a carnival unlike any other, yo. I'm not going to lie to you. This YTC, when it comes to boxing media, is an absolute carnival. Not just any carnival. It's more like a parking lot carnival. You know, the rides that you get on that's not that high off the ground, maybe they may take you about 15 feet. But you know goddamn well that shit might come off the track. And you still might be confined to a wheelchair. I'm talking about that type of shit. The carnival type of goddamn rides that you be in. And you want to go in there in the teacup with your kid. And you know the teacup be spinning around. Teacup might goddamn dislodge itself and y'all go flying across the parking lot, man. Y'all have severe injuries sustained by a teacup ride. That's how I see this media over here, the YTC. Especially when Crawford is the topic of discussion in his division. Let me offer a deal to the haters. Let me offer a deal to you. Let's try to look at this in a very intelligent way. Let's do this from now on out. Let's try to get you in a healthier state of mind. All right. Different type of energy. The amount of energy that you put hating Crawford every time a fighter come up that you believe that might give him, or you want to give him a good test, right? Why don't you take that energy and become a Crawford supporter? That's all you got to do. Those of you that sit up here and try to say I'm a Crawford D rider and shit like that, then I tell you this. It's not a time in your life that you should be supporting any fighter. Any fighter. If you are up here slobbing down Crawford every chance you get, hating like a mother, telling what he ain't doing, just like Jessica said, Bud ducks everybody. If you up here saying this fighter he should fight this, that, he's ducking this, but look, he's ducking everybody except when he call out Canelo. Then all of a sudden, oh man, he don't need that fight, man. He's too small. Make up your fucking mind, yo. Make up your goddamn mind. What do you want? I want you to have this offer. Take that energy, convert it to being a Crawford fan. So now you will have a healthier reason to speak on the man's name. Damn. Y'all using all this negative energy. And he's still going in there whooping ass. Don't y'all feel stupid? Don't y'all feel stupid? I mean, don't you get tired of sitting up here hating on a man that did nothing to you? You just feel that he's a easy target because Errol Spence was more popular. Crawford wasn't. So you took several years you could not get back. Several freaking years. And he went in there and channeled all that energy and everything else and whooped Spence ass. And then y'all get y'all ass whooped too. Y'all got y'all ass whooped too. Because y'all was talking all that shit. And I know you was hoping that y'all can shut WCS up on that fight specifically. I know you did. But I'm on record as saying he had 0% chance of winning. I did. And now y'all want to throw Bakram Murtazaliev to slaughter? You know Crawford outboxes this guy. You know goddamn well Murtazaliev is going to get tired and they're fucking around with Crawford for 12 rounds. He's too smart. His gamesmanship is different. His boxing IQ on a whole another level of education when it comes to the hurt business. God damn it. What is it going to take for y'all to understand? Stop putting these freaking robots in there with Crawford, man. You putting these fighters in there to just throw bombs over Baghdad. You want to throw bombs, haymakers, and people up here dressing it up. Oh my God, Murtazaliev, he's one of the most skillful, beautiful technicians that I've seen in so long. This guy is an animal. No, stop it. Stop it. Stop, man. Y'all better than that now. I understand y'all want to say, you know, hey, we really want to best fight the best. So check this out. So if you want the best fight the best, you can't say Murtazaliev is the best. Just because he has a belt and he defended it once. I mean, hell, Terrence Crawford had one belt for a long time over there at 147, and y'all didn't consider him the best at 147. This man had multiple divisions already to his name. Opposite of Errol Spence, who only had the unification in a single division. And y'all never gave Crawford as being the best in that division until, yes, that ill-fated day. Let me just breathe in that goddamn Vegas T-Mobile air. There you go. I got my eyes closed. I'm just thinking about that day. July 29th. Ooh, how dare they say Murtazaliev, who does pretty much the same thing over and over again. 3 rounds, right? Coming off an okay performance against Kuke. He's now going to go in there and defeat the man who they considered to be the man? Bad. He beat him bad. He beat him bad, man. Come on, man. Get off that man's neck. He's a bad man. It was because of y'all that Errol Spence was disfigured. He turned Errol Spence into a whole different human being that day. And you want Murtazaliev? He's supposed to be the next one based off him dropping Tszyu with a left hook. Now all of a sudden Crawford don't have no special tools, huh? I mean, come on, y'all. Do y'all just love this pain that Crawford gives you? I mean, are y'all infatuated with him in a different way? Are y'all abuse victims now following July 29th? That's what it seems like to me. It seems like y'all have not recovered. And in the process of him doing round 2 through 9, the punches that Terrence Crawford landed on Errol Spence concussed y'all just alike. Imagine that. Terrence Crawford punches concussed the aerosexuals all alike. And that is why they have these episodes on the YTC where every time, now that Crawford's moved up, he stepped in there with Israel Madrimov. They highlighted right off the rip, they highlighted all the special moments that Madrimov had in there against Crawford. And they say, hey, man, Crawford, he's not going to get far at 154. He should just retire. He should just do something else. Oh, my God. But you know he won, right? Oh, man, we all know why he won. Why did he win? Man, you know how them judges can be. For real. For real. It was the judges. Man, if anything, that fight should have been a draw, man. For real. I ain't see Crawford winning that fight. They was trying to say that Madrimov beat Crawford in that fight. That's how drunken these haters are. They try to say Madrimov won that fight, y'all. You see how my voice, I lowered the tone. They try to say that Madrimov won the fight against Crawford, y'all. Can you believe that bullshit? They was up there saying Crawford lost. But the only reason he won was because Turkey Al-Sheikh was the one who was throwing the fight. Let that sizzle. That's unbelievable. Bruce said Crawford would be doing the same thing Canelo did to unify the division, get the belts. Hey, let him know, OG. Just straight to the point, man. You know what I'm saying, Bruce? Straight to the point. That's all. No beating around the bush, man. Stop fabricating a story. He's doing the same thing. Except he was able to fight Callum Smith, I believe, for 2 belts. You know, Callum Smith was the WBA super middleweight champion at the time. So he was able to scoop up that WBC too. And then the other 2, you know, Billy Joe Saunders, man, where did he go? Is he one of the astronauts that's still stranded in space? We haven't heard shit from him. Is Billy Joe Saunders still here on Earth? I not know. I seen Caleb Plant. He just went in there and goddamn dusted off McCumbie. But where's Billy Joe Saunders? Is he in a rock band or something now? Does he run his own janitorial service? Where's Billy Joe, man? Huh? Didn't Phil Collins make a song about Billy Joe? Billy, don't you lose my number, 'cause you're not anywhere that I can't find you. Oh, now, Billy. They don't know nothing about goddamn Phil Collins, the legend. Where's Billy Joe Saunders at, y'all? The quality of the beatdown was special. Hey, man. All I'm trying to do, Sir Power Player, what's good? What's good? I see you in the building. Might say they want to see Bud lose so bad. It's just the reason why they want to see him lose. They just want to see him lose because he's that damn great. And the only and Bud mentality is, I want to be greater, right? So I want to call out Canelo, but they just don't want to get behind him in fighting who they consider the great Canelo Alvarez. So that's where it becomes a bit confusing, and hypocrisy intoxicate these cats with a freaking a shot of contradiction in that cocktail too. when they sipping on cocktails and taking that shit to the head. I mean, you can expect them to come up with some dumbass shit. They criticize Crawford in every fight he takes outside of Canelo, but when he challenged Canelo, they don't want that to happen. He's too small. What is he doing? That's too much. Come on, bro. Make up your mind, man. Bud told Jamel, "You're next," but Jamel took off to the running with Mr. Canelo, sir, and then give all his belts. Yeah, give up all his belts. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But it's Bud ducking. Yeah, Bud ducks everyone, dog. Yeah. Goddamn, Jamel Charlo really bitched up when it came to Terrence Crawford. And see, even that can be used as an argument. Like even Jamel Charlo, another black fighter. He wanted to fight Jamel Charlo at 154 for the belts, and Jamel just brushed him off. So how can you criticize him for wanting to face Canelo Alvarez? He called out the 154-pound undisputed champion, but yet Jamel Charlo dropped them belts like a pocket full of change. He dropped that in a hurry. He said he was injured. He wanted to goddamn, go to the school of Terminators. He wanted goddamn Elon Musk to potentially build him a bionic hand and make it look natural before he came back. So, if he's in there fighting with Jesus Ramos, expect Jamel Charlo to go ahead and get a devastating knockout. You know what I'm saying? He probably been over there sweeping the floors. You know what I'm saying? Over there, Elon, and trying to have him build half robot, half man. Something, because he's definitely afraid to face Crawford. He didn't want to give him that work. Shout out to Hill on that. WCS Bud uses IQ and feet to control Bakram. Absolutely. I agree with that. Movement is everything. Why do these so-called hardcore boxing fans, they know that movement is a part of the sweet science, right? Movement. But Tszyu selected not to use movement to basically gauge distance and be safe. He didn't, I don't know why when the word safeguarded is utilized, some people believe it's showing a bit of softness. But yet when it's Madrimov who doesn't push the action, you know what they say? Oh, he's disciplined. Madrimov is disciplined, yo. He's disciplined. You have to understand. Footwork is a part of it. So if Tszyu wants to stay right there in the pocket and attempt to see who has the power, who first, the results lay as they lie. He found out him lying on the canvas. Is can we assume Terrence Crawford is going to do the same thing? No, we wouldn't assume that based off what he's shown us in previous fights. And those idiots that continue to say he ain't fought nobody, then guess what? Why do you continue to say and criticize him for calling out Canelo Alvarez? You know what I'm saying? If he's fighting Conor McGregor next, don't criticize him, because this man only has one big fight remaining. I'm talking about the Grand Kahuna, the finale, Canelo Alvarez. And from what I hear, Canelo may possibly be signing with PBC for another 2 fights. And if he signs with them, Charlo potentially may be on the docket for one of those fights. Easy work for Canelo. Easy, yo. Charlo may be on the docket for Canelo, and what was the other name that they had over there? I forgot the other name, but Charlo was already supposed to be in works. Y'all hold on for a second, right quick. We back. Shout out to Ben Israel in the building. What's good? Toby say, I wonder how many Bud haters were wishing and dreaming that Murtazaliev versus Tszyu was Smith versus Crawford. You got something there. You got something there, Toby. But see, being that neither fighter was black, they will have to be some absolutely, I'm talking about some hardcore haters for them to imagine that Tszyu was Crawford and Spence was Murtazaliev. Hey, man, they will have to be some hardcore repeat offenders addicted to the adrenaline rush of a hater to put that thought in their head to say, you know what? That right there, that was Spence Crawford. That's not who you think it is. That's not Tszyu Murtazaliev. No. That's Spence Crawford. That AI. That's what it is. That AI right there. That AI got that shit looking different. I'm serious, bro. You on to something, man. You on to something. Real talk. Sure, seeing you on deck. I see you, man. What's good? You on to something? You know what I'm saying? You on to something? Real talk. That's crazy. Hey, they had to go deep in their psyche to imagine that. Look, just they couldn't even be sober. Imagine that. Why? Because the effect that July 29th had and what Crawford did to Spence, it's just way deeper than them being sober, trying to imagine that. They will have to have some psychedelics. They will have to have some form of recreational smoking. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's hookah, a freaking weed, something. They would have had to been under the influence of some mind altering for them to be satisfied with what their thought process was trying to gather, the intel that their imagination, the data they was trying to collect. They would have had to be under the influence of some shit, yo. I'm not gonna lie to you. Serious. But is it possible for us to see Crawford against Bakram in 2025? I would hope so, but I'm at a point right now where if Crawford is able to fight Conor McGregor, then so be it. Why not? Get the bag. Everybody else do it, and no one's complaining. Nobody's complaining. Nobody's complaining, yo. So why not Crawford do it? If he can go in there and make his highest paycheck with Conor McGregor in a boxing match, why not do it? I ain't mad at him. I'm not mad at him. Because just think about why my mindset is the way it is. Crawford is out here calling out Canelo Alvarez, and they're complaining and bitching and whining. But yet they don't want to change out their goddamn panty liner. But they're complaining all day as Crawford calling out Canelo. So if he's calling out one of the best pound for pounds of this era, and y'all don't want to see it, then why don't he go fight somebody else and make some money and then revisit? He shouldn't sit around trying to kiss y'all ass. Those of you haters that's out there that don't want him to fight your king, your God, your savior, your Lord. Y'all don't want him to face Canelo. I mean, goddamn, we ain't out here playing musical chairs with Sebastian Fundora, goddamn it. And then they want him to go up here and treat Murtazaliev like he's this killer now. Oh, he's this killer. The boy got strength. He got power. What does Crawford have? Man, we wouldn't even talk about Crawford being, he got 3 divisions, before he moved up. And I don't even think he won that fight. So I'm not even gonna give him the 4th division because I thought Madrimov won that. You know what I'm saying? We tired of hearing that shit. We don't want to hear that no more. Speak about Crawford with some common sense. If you don't want him fighting Canelo, don't open your goddamn mouth when he selects to go fight Conor McGregor, a guy who's richer than most fighters in the sport of boxing, thanks to Proper 12 whiskey, and thanks to him going in there fighting Floyd Mayweather. Brilliant. Floyd Mayweather, brilliant. In him fighting Conor McGregor. Brilliant. When I tell you, absolutely brilliant. Come on, man. You take a 0-0 box. Come on, bro. Go get that bag, Crawford. And just to settle down on this Murtazaliev, I don't know the guy. He don't seem like no big mouth anything. But dude, y'all got it all twisted. Tszyu style presented him with a gift wrap result, and all he had to do was apply the glue, and his punches were sticking. That's all Murtazaliev had to do. All he had to do was apply the glue. Dressed up that wrapping paper real nice when he was wrapping up freaking Tszyu's freaking chin strap. Wrapped it up real nice. So therefore, we already know what it is. I would like to see Crawford fight Murtazaliev because he has a belt. If he don't and he fight Conor McGregor, so be it. You know what I'm saying? So be it. But I will tell you this. It's good that they're not mentioning Ennis' name no more. To face Crawford, because we don't want to hear that. Hey, Ennis, if you want to fight somebody, move up to 154 and fight Madrimov or Murtazaliev. That's 2 names for you. But it's been great, man. Hey, salute. Big shout out to the hottest chat in the MF game. Salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all all the time supporting the channel. Real talk. Those of you that support the channel, there go my Cash App right there. Or you can donate via YouTube. Until next time, man, y'all hold it down. Peace.